What if I told you that the behaviors people call weird or antisocial are actually signs of extraordinary psychological evolution? Stay with me, because what Carl Jung discovered about empaths will validate every strange thing you've ever done that others couldn't understand. Carl Jung said that what society calls abnormal is often simply advanced. And nowhere is this more evident than in the misunderstood behaviors of true empaths. You see, people judge what they don't comprehend. But Jung's research revealed something far more profound and, frankly, absolutely mind-blowing. Here are 7 strange behaviors that only empaths will recognize in themselves. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll never apologize for being different again. Behavior 1. Vanishing without explanation. According to Carl Jung, empaths experience what he called energetic overwhelm in ways others simply cannot comprehend. You'll be at a party surrounded by people, seemingly fine. Then suddenly you need to leave. Not in 5 minutes, right now, no goodbyes, no explanations, just gone. People call this rude. Jung called it survival. Here's what's actually happening, and it will blow your mind. Carl Jung discovered that empaths absorb emotional data from everyone around them simultaneously. While others process their own feelings, empaths are processing the room's collective emotional state, the unspoken tensions, the hidden sadness behind smiles, the anger disguised as jokes. This creates what Jung termed psychic saturation. It's not that you don't want to stay, it's that staying 1 more minute feels like drowning, so you vanish, and you feel guilty about it. But Jung understood this isn't antisocial behavior, it's emergency self-preservation. Behavior 2, needing excessive alone time. Listen carefully to this because it explains everything. According to Carl Jung's theory of introversion and energy, empaths don't just prefer solitude, they require it like oxygen. You can go days, even weeks, without social contact and feel more alive than ever. People worry about you. They think you're depressed or avoiding life, but here's what Jung discovered. You're not avoiding life, you're processing it. Every interaction, every conversation, every emotion you've absorbed needs time to be sorted, understood and released. This happens in silence, in solitude, in what Jung called the sanctuary of the self. Other people recharge by going out. You recharge by going in. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Behavior 3. Feeling drained after helping others. Carl Jung observed something remarkable about empaths and energy exchange. You can spend 2 hours listening to someone's problems, offering guidance, holding space for their pain, and afterward you feel completely destroyed. Not tired, demolished. People don't understand this. They say, but you were just sitting and talking. But Jung discovered what's really happening. You weren't just listening. You were absorbing their emotional burden, transmuting their pain, carrying their shadow temporarily so they could feel lighter. This is what Jung called psychological labor, and it's the most exhausting work that exists. The empath doesn't just hear about suffering. They feel it, process it, metabolize it, and this takes enormous energy that others simply cannot comprehend. Behavior 4. Canceling plans at the last minute. Here's a behavior that makes empaths seem unreliable, but Carl Jung would tell you it's actually profound self-awareness. You make plans when you feel good, but when the day arrives, you suddenly know with absolute certainty that you cannot go. The thought of it fills you with dread. According to Carl Jung's research on intuition, empaths have access to what he called the deeper knowing. You're not flaky. You're reading energy patterns that others miss. You sense that the gathering will be draining, that certain people will be there who deplete you, that your system needs rest more than it needs socialization. Jung discovered that ignoring these intuitive hits always results in regret. The empath who forces themselves to go anyway ends up completely drained, proving their initial instinct was correct. This isn't unreliability, it's what Jung termed authentic responsiveness to internal guidance. Behavior 5. Physically feeling others' emotions. This is where people really think you're strange, but Carl Jung understood this completely. Someone tells you they're fine, but you feel anxiety in your chest. A friend smiles, but you feel their sadness in your stomach. You walk into a room and immediately know something bad happened there, even if it looks perfectly normal. According to Carl Jung, this is not imagination. It's what he called somatic intuition. Empaths don't just read emotions mentally, they experience them physically. Your body becomes an antenna, picking up emotional frequencies that others cannot detect. Jung discovered that this is actually an advanced form of perception. While others rely on words and facial expressions, you're reading the energetic field itself, the emotional truth that exists beneath the surface performance. And your body translates this into physical sensation. This is why you can't be lied to successfully. Your body knows before your mind does. Behavior 6. Avoiding crowded places. Here's what people don't understand, but Carl Jung explained perfectly. Empaths in crowded places aren't just dealing with noise and physical proximity. They're dealing with what Jung called collective emotional bombardment. The mall, the concert, the busy restaurant. You're not just experiencing your own feelings. You're picking up anxiety from that person, anger from that couple arguing, sadness from that stranger, stress from that overwhelmed parent. It's like trying to have a conversation while 100 radios play different stations simultaneously. According to Carl Jung's research, this creates what he termed sensory emotional overload. It's not that you don't like people, it's that being around too many people at once creates a noise in your psyche that others simply don't experience. So you avoid crowds, and people call you antisocial, but Jung knew better. He called you self-protective. Behavior 7, cutting people off completely. This is the behavior that shocks people most. But Carl Jung would say it's the empath's ultimate act of psychological maturity. You'll give someone endless chances, forgive repeatedly, see their potential, believe in their growth. Then one day you're done, completely, forever. No anger, no explanation, no looking back, just finished. Here's what's actually happening, and it's profound. According to Carl Jung, empaths reach what he called the point of energetic completion. You've processed the relationship fully. You've learned everything it had to teach you. You've given everything you could possibly give. And now your psyche is telling you, it's time to release. This isn't cruelty. Jung discovered this is wisdom. The empath who cuts someone off has reached a level of self-knowledge that most people never achieve. They're honoring what Jung called the sacred boundary between self-sacrifice and self-destruction. People will call you cold for this. They'll say you changed, that you're not the same loving person. But Carl Jung understood what they don't. You haven't become cold, you've become whole. You haven't lost your compassion, you've found your backbone. And this, according to Jung, is the highest form of emotional intelligence. Here's what Carl Jung wanted every empath to know. These behaviors that make you feel weird, that make others judge you, that make you question yourself, they're not problems, they're proof. Proof that you're operating at a psychological frequency most people will never reach. You vanish because you honor your limits. You need solitude because you process deeply. You feel drained because you give authentically. You cancel plans because you listen to your intuition. You feel others' emotions because you perceive truth. You avoid crowds because you value your peace. You cut people off because you know your worth. Carl Jung discovered that the most evolved individuals are those who trust their own psychological experience, even when the world tells them they're wrong. These strange behaviors aren't signs of weakness or dysfunction. They're evidence of what Jung called radical self-awareness. And in a world that constantly asks you to ignore your own needs, to push through your own limits, to sacrifice your peace for others' comfort, these behaviors are actually revolutionary acts of self-love. This is what only empaths understand. You're not strange. You're simply awake in a world that's still sleeping. And according to Carl Jung's lifetime of research, that's not a burden to apologize for. It's a gift to protect fiercely.